All right, guys, so I just logged in. We're going to do a session in the T-52 today. I was looking at my YouTube channel and just seeing, like, what have I done sessions in? Maybe we can play the Tier 9 G-Sor, because I did want to go up in tiers. I played a lot of low tiers recently. I kind of wanted to play this thing, but we did a session on it not that long ago. I even pulled off some of my equipment and put it on something else. I think it was on actually on the Leo. So we finally 3-marked the Leopard. I can actually pull my bounty equipment off of this, but I'll do that later, man. I'm not going to waste time in the session. But we finally marked this thing 95.01%. I didn't even save the game. I didn't think it was worth it, but I did mark it with the 5 centimeter. I'm going to go back, put the 3 centimeter on it just to have some fun, but I could not mark it with the 3 centimeter. I played it with the 3 centimeter. 263 battles we have in this vehicle, and once I switched over to the 5, I was able to get it within like 50 or 60 battles or whatever. It still trolled the crap out of me, but we ended with a 60% win rate and 925 damage a game, and it went way up. And it's just the way I am with my tanks, man. It's like I don't want to change my playstyle to adapt to 90 millimeter on ELC BIS to 3 centimeter on the Leopard, right? The only one that works really well for me that I never had to try hard with is the Covenanter. Like, it just comes natural. 99% on the mark, 1100 damage we're averaging with a 65% win rate. Like, this is my quirky tank, man. And I don't know how else to share that information. What I might do is pull the bounty optics off of this and put it on the Covenanter because yeah, I mean, I have a lot of bounty optics from the Battle Pass seasons, but I play this thing a lot. It's like the only Tier 5 I play now. If my dad's going to play, I'll play this vehicle. I also tried this tank out. We did one battle in this. We did 12 battles in this new Mitsu. This thing is like a... It's pretty much like a Tog. It reminds me of almost the OI Experimental, just much skinnier. But the gun is pretty nasty if you can actually hit something with it, because the dispersion isn't great. Anyway, guys, we're going to play the T-52 today, but I figured I'd give you some information. I have a rental too. What is this? What the heck is this? AMX M4. Oh, I've seen this thing. This is a rental, a Tier 10 rental. Where do these tanks come from? Is this for like a different game mode or something or other? I don't know what the heck these are from, to be honest with you guys. Okay, so we're going to play the T-52 today. This is why I shouldn't record when I just get into the game, because I'm looking at certain things, and then I want to, you know, show you guys, like give you an update on what I've marked and stuff like that. We still have to mark this thing as well. I don't know when the heck I'm going to do that. We're at 90%. I'll get to it eventually, but I want to play this vehicle. Okay, we're running it with vents, guys, in the scouting slot, and then bounty optics and standard low noise exhaust. It's getting me 38.89% concealment, which I think is just enough where, like, you basically have to get proxied if you're in a 50% bush. So that's what I'm going with. We are splitting the APs and APCRs pretty much, and we have 2 HEs here just in case, like, I need to reset the cap or something weird happens. I am running it with rations, and then the crew is fairly stacked. I think I burned a crew book and then like other Russian crew books on here as well. I mean, like, when I say burned, I mean I bought one. So we are with almost a 3-skilled crew: situational awareness, concealment, snapshots, concealment, smooth rad concealment, concealment, intuition, 3/4, brothers in arms. And this tank, man, is really, really fun because what it has, guys, is it has really good specific power. In other words, power to weight ratio, really. Horsepower to torque, I believe, is the number they go with here. Or not horsepower to torque. It's like horsepower to tons. Yeah, I said torque, but that wouldn't really make any sense. But the top speed is actually not that good. It's just the acceleration, right? It's the acceleration, the specific power to weight. It's really, really good on this thing. So it makes it very snappy, very quick, and very fun to play. And on top of that, even though the DPM isn't great, the aiming time and the dispersion on the gun, I would say, is good. It's not great, it's good, but the aiming time is really good. And this thing is just so quick. Like, it just feels like, it almost feels like I'm playing the T100 LT at Tier 6. Like, it's just so fast, man. And I love playing the T100 LT because of its torque and its ability to move around very, very quickly. The only difference is this thing is gigantic and you can flip it over, whereas the T100 LT is like really low to the ground. And also, you don't really have turret armor on this thing. You have a little bit of armor. The turret actually has some armor, 52. Like, you'd be amazed, but like if a shell hits a certain way, you might actually bounce, right? Like if it like goes like this on the gun mantlet or something like that, 52 armor is enough where you can get these weird angles sometimes, and like the way this turret is, if someone hits like the very corner of it, you might get a ricochet, compared to like playing a Cromwell where you have a flat turret, right? So this is basically, if I had to tell you guys like what this tank feels like, it feels like the LTTB at tier 6. That's literally what this thing is. If you've played the LTTB, this is the tier 6 LTTB. It's exactly the same thing pretty much. It looks the same. It drives the same. The LTTB also had very good torque and a good gun, good accurate gun. So that's what it is. Let's get into the games, guys. I think I went over everything I wanted to. The pen is also not that bad on this thing. Shell velocity is good on the APCRs. And yeah, let's go ahead and go for it. So with the T-52, this is a reward vehicle. I forgot to mention this. I'm pretty sure it's like if you play a certain number of years, you get these reward vehicles. On my old account, I had the VK2801105, so I wanted to get this one because I've seen people playing it, and every time they approach me, they're trying to like run circles around me, and the gun is really fast, and I'm like, man, I should really look into this thing. And then I realized the DPM actually isn't that great. But it's a very, very fun tank nonetheless. What you'll find, though, is a lot of people that play this thing, and again, I might eat my own words, we'll see, they get themselves into a lot of trouble because they try and do too much with it too fast, because it's so fast, and they're like, oh my gosh, you know, a fast light tank, and they're like, near, when they're trying to play it like an EBR. I'm like, stop doing that, guys, please. Like, you know how I am, man. I'd literally rather camp on the red line than be out there trying to, like, scout for the team the way people think you should scout, right? Like TD's in the back, man. LT spot. You know, those types of people. I don't know why I always do this quote unquote thing on the videos, because I never do this in real life. I feel like it looks kind of weird, but I don't know. I do it in front of the camera so you guys can see that I'm being sarcastic. I can emphasize that I'm being sarcastic with something, right? But yeah, man, it's just like people want you to go run out and spot, and it's like, dude, you could just do this. You could just park in the bush, you know. It's a lot easier, you know. So, and outspot the enemy light tank. And by the way, guys, I didn't change anything with my mods. My mods are still exactly the same, but with the smaller reticle size, I don't know if when I downloaded Aslanes, it grouped up this with like server reticle or something. But I was looking at my settings, I'm like, I have two reticles. Like, why do I have two reticles? I know one is the server reticle, but I didn't change anything. Like, I've only ever played with the server reticle, and it acts like the main one is the server reticle. So why do I have a second reticle? But this is part of the mod now for like smaller reticle size. I guess it kind of groups up into one mod, and I actually like it. It's very, very helpful when you're trying to shoot like EBRs, because you see like where the server reticle is compared to where my reticle is. So you can see like if an EBR is like, you can go like this, and you want to be looking at the second reticle. And it's you would think it's harder than it like it looks harder than it is. It's really not that hard, you know, because the server reticle follows your reticle. But it just gives you a really good understanding of where the shot is going to go on the server. So we're at 429 assists. And this is it, guys. We just sit in this bush. I'll give you like an overview of where I'm at. This bush right here. I like this bush because I feel like it counters this pretty well. If you're at a higher tier, you can come to this one. I've tried this one as well. Or maybe even this one, but I think this is a little far. And sometimes I'll go to this one as well. But it really just depends. I personally think this is the best one to counter people in this area. If you're able to kind of like get out like right here, like sit like right here, we weren't actually that perfect in the bush. You want to be like right here because people will come to this corner and you can spot them there. Do we have spots on the stug here? No, it doesn't look like it. Yeah, and I'll just sit here and wait. We might actually win. Okay. Maybe not. I was going to say, this might be the first time ever that I do a video where we actually win this portion of the map, and I don't know if we're going to do it or not. I'm thinking about moving up. Considering it. Okay, here's the leopard, though. But yeah, if you guys follow my video that I post, it'll be down below in the description, because I have the standard like upload defaults or whatever it is. Yeah, I think that's what it's called, upload defaults. And then you can click on my mod video. My mods have not changed. My mods have not changed. It's just that this server reticle is now part of that mod. Smaller reticle size and also improved reticle size, whatever it's called. And you'll get this server reticle. But you can adjust it, and I'll show you guys that if I remember after this game. I'll show you it in the menus. You can change if you want the server reticle to show or not. And you can change what the server reticle looks like. So I'm going to go in for it. Let's see. I think it's time to move up. We don't have a lot of support here, but I think we should be okay. Just to make like a little active pass here, do something like this. The T-52 is very good at it. I need to start doing some damage, so let's start driving in here, man. I'm just going to go for it. See if we spot the Leo. Maybe he's in this dip. I feel like the sound is not coming out that well in this right ear. It feels stronger in the left ear than in the right ear. Okay, 400. We're just going to go for like assist damage, I guess, in this game. That's the way it's looking. Okay, here are these guys. Okay, FV is targeting me. I'm not surprised. Let me just go for this FV, maybe. Let's come up like this. Maybe we can get another spot on the T-78, and I'm going to drive towards the FV. That's my goal. T-78 is definitely going... He's a good player. He'll be back in J1. There's no doubt in my mind. Greetings. Okay. Gorilla's probably back there as well. I'm just going to do one of these. Yeah, he's right here. Kind of approaching this bush, I think. We'll just wait for the team. Like, I'm going to do that, and I'll wait for the team. I almost went too far in this bush. Wait for the team to climb up the hill, and then we'll go. So they actually have shots. Okay, FV's just YOLOing. It's fine. And T-78 should be, like, right here. Like, right here. I think. He's a good player. He definitely should have moved. There's the gorilla. Okay, he's actually over here. This is where I like to go, where he is right now. Okay. 443 damage, 1677 assist. I don't think that was that bad to start off with. Yeah, not bad. One kill. I'll take it. And here is the settings. So you go down here, go to mod settings, and then in here, better reticle size, it actually has all these options. Now, I don't think it had these options before. I could be wrong. Or it just didn't automatically check this, and it did this time around. So now you have enable client and server reticle, and then you can adjust what the server reticle looks like. What do you want the minimum reticle size to be? I just leave this where it is because I think it's already designed to be the perfect size, right? And that's how you do that. That's it. But I thought I would hate it, man. Like, I've never been a fan of those dual reticles. I've seen some people run them, but honestly, it's less distracting than I thought it would be. And especially when you're playing Tank Destroyer, it's like extremely helpful for hitting moving targets, because what you basically do is you kind of look at your own reticle, but out of the corner of your eye, not really the corner of your eye, but it's almost like your peripheral vision, you can see when the server reticle's on the tank as well. It's kind of hard to explain, but if you guys do it, you'll see what I mean. Like, if you run it, and then you shoot, and you'll always hit. Like, as long as the server reticle's there, man, like, you should be hitting. With the exception of a really bad RNG shot, but... Okay, Ghost Town, I always go west. Don't bother with east anymore. East is usually pretty easy to defend and becomes a stalemate most of the time. Usually west is what wins this game. This map, as I understand it, and from my experience, that's what I've found. I'm going to load these just for the increased shell velocity, see if we can catch someone going to the west. Let's see. Okay, there's the VK. Hit him once. Probably spotted from that. Not. Pull back up, see if we can get one more. Maybe we can get someone crossing here. These guys usually cross later. Okay, here's the OI. Not even getting spotted taking these shots, which is rare. Don't do this, guys. Like, be very cautious when you poke this bush, because a lot of times there'll be a light tank in the enemy bush in front of me, and you don't want that to happen to you. You don't want to get spotted. Okay, that was really lucky. Like, someone will be here and they'll spot you, or they'll be like up here. But we got really lucky there. We're able to do 800 damage on the heavies. Just spammed a bunch of APCRs, but it's fine. Yeah, this is a pretty good start, man. So we're at like 1,600 combined already or something, 1,500 combined. Just trying to figure out who's up here. This Cromwell is going to give us a lot of information, but he's probably going to throw his tank away in the process. That might win. Yeah, these are definitely going into someone else. There's someone else over there that was taking those shots for the gorilla, or the Jagdpanzer, whatever. Might be spotted from these. Nope. Wow. Like, no one has view range on this enemy team. Wild. This is a really, really good start, man. All things considered, all I've done is sat here, and we have like almost 2,000 combined already. I wish every game went like this. This is a really easy game. For light tank. Okay, I'm going to start pushing up. I think this is the right move because the heavies are here, so we're going to be safe over here. And there's no light tank here, so I know I won't be spotted approaching this. We're going to come up like this on the VK. But the Besoto, yeah, this is the problem. Forgot about this Besoto. Okay, that's unlucky, man. I think to get lit on fire by the Besoto is unlucky, but I think this is just a really dumb play on my part. I don't think we should have made that play. I was kind of hoping these guys would start pushing in, but I kind of forgot about the Besoto. And the Besoto hits really freaking hard, man. He hit me for 450. I think that's a high roll too. He hit me for 450 and then lit me on fire. But even if he didn't, the VK was there too, and I got focused. Yeah, we just made this play way too soon, man. Made this play way too soon, but it's alright. We should still win this game. But yeah, that was a big mistake on my part. I was just getting so comfortable because we were sitting in that bush doing absolutely nothing. Can I get the M4? Holy crap. We were sitting in that bush doing nothing for so long. I was getting comfortable thinking we can push up, but... yeah, dude, those Besotos are lethal, man. These guys need to use some HP, though. Like, the Chiri's full HP. I don't know why he didn't go in with the guy. Oh my god. Okay, Besoto goes down. Is the Rudy shooting HE? Yeah, the Rudy's shooting HE. But it was still a good game, guys. But imagine, like, if we didn't make this mistake, imagine how much better this game could have been if we didn't die there. Like, the amount of damage we could have done to other enemies, you know? Like, just imagine. This is why I tell you guys, like, be very passive. You can make one play like that. It's just a wrong play, and you're dead, man. Like Basoto lights me on fire. Even if he didn't, a shot from the Basoto and the 2801-105 would have single-handedly took me out of the game. So, yeah, it was a big misplay, but like learn from my mistake here. Imagine if you had stayed alive in this game. Imagine if I had stayed alive in this game. How much more we probably could have gotten out of this game, and that's where the mark, becomes important because, you know, if you get a really, really, really good game, it stays with your mark, right? And if you're consistent and you keep getting those good games, it's a moving average, right? So that's how you mark vehicles, and we're trying to mark this thing. So if we had stayed alive, it would have been much better. But in this game, I'm not very upset when I make mistakes when I know the game is going to be a slaughter and we're going to win, because I know that what I did didn't get us like a loss, right? So I'm usually okay with it. And because this game is quick enough, I'm just staying in the game. We'll spectate. Sometimes I'll just give you guys a different tank, but yeah, I think this is a GG, man. And where's the other Basoto been? I guess he's here. So we probably did hit it was probably the Basoto we were hitting when we were aiming at the Jagdpanzer 4 or whatever it is. I guess this guy's gonna cap. Alright, let's give me the T-78 again. Yeah, next time I make that play, like, I kind of thought, too, that I might be able to be safe here. Like, I thought, like, this was low enough where, like, you can't really get hit from here, but it's not the case at all. So, I don't make this play very often, so I think that's why I definitely messed it up. Because I just didn't know the angle. These guys had easy shots, man, and I'm staring down a Basoto, and, like, I can kind of keep... What I could have done also is stayed on the move, but at that point I was like, alright, man, I might as well just take the shot from the Basoto and try and get as much damage as possible, and just die. I should have just stayed on the move, too. Could have done that. Could have just tried to move again, but he lit me on fire. 450, too, man. Like, I feel like that's a really high roll. Is it not for the Basoto? 450? With the AP? It wasn't like an HE shell. I mean, talk about some good RNG. He high rolled and then lit me on fire. Italy. That's Sweden. Italy. Okay, I don't want to add to compare. 360 if he's using this gun, I guess. I think most people... Yeah, it is. It's 360. I didn't think it was that high. 360, man. But 450, I mean, it's still a very high roll. 360 times 1.25. 450. 450 is the highest roll. 450 is the highest roll, so, yep. The highest possible roll, 450. Could have done that in my head. 91, 80, 270, 360, 450. Because if you guys didn't know this, the RNG is plus or minus 25%. So that's why you always hit a different number when you shoot. So if you do 100, if your shell does 100 damage, it could do 125. It can do between 75 and 125 damage, as an example. All right, this is Tundra. We're going to make a play to go to the hill here. I like to do this. I like to go to the hill. You just have to be careful when you don't have gun depression, which we don't. So you kind of sit like this. And we don't have a lot of damage per shot, so this isn't a great play, but it's enough. I think we can get a shot into, like, the leopard or something if he goes this way. Okay, leopard's there. Do we have any takers? I also didn't look to see how many shots we got into the Basoto on the last game. Yeah, I think this is just going to be a brawl. Let's see if we can get lucky on... Sometimes I get lucky on this corner. People will poke up right, like, in this area or something. Just kind of, like, sneak in here like this. I don't see anyone here. Okay, let's just go back to the base. Tundra's really weird, man. Like, I'm not great at this map. I usually just kind of play around in this area, and then if it's a brawl here, I'll go back to, like, where the leopard is, and just try and see if I can get, like, some easy shots somewhere from this spawn. From the other spawn, it's a lot easier to sit in the back and do damage. We can try and counter this ELC, maybe. Okay, he's going mid. I don't like going to the mid because I end up getting surrounded by people like every time I do that, so I don't like to make that play. I want to support the ELC, but I'm not going to make that play to YOLO the ELC, the enemy ELC. Try like in the middle. Okay, I'm spotted here. Leopard's there. That makes sense. He's using the 5 centimeter. I was gonna maybe like poke this or something, but this is kind of an interesting game, man. There's just like no shots anywhere. Not really seeing much I can do yet. Now we can come back and try and support this side. T1 heavy goes down. I didn't knock that tree very well, but I think we'll be okay here. Yeah, I like to come back right to here. I feel like it's a pretty good area. We can clean this guy up. Down. ELC was behind me. I did see that. Just kind of ignoring it because I wanted to support the hill. Do have shots on this guy. More. Okay, already takes him out. So this is what I do on Tundra, guys. It's probably not the best way to play it. I'm sure there's better players that are like, Whirls, what are you doing? But I just like to be safe, man. Like, I don't like to try and make any stupid plays, so I'm very passive. I'll just do this, and like when one side needs help, I'll go to that side. But this is, it's not looking so good right now. You know, we certainly could have put our gun maybe in a better situation. But this is how I play Tundra. Like even at the higher tiers, I'm just like I'm super cautious, man, because it's a brawling map, and you really need to wait for like your other tanks to do stuff. And then when tanks come around like this, that's when you, oh, I'm gonna get hit by the Su-100. Artie's targeting me, can hear it. Sue's coming up and over. Okay, Leopard's behind me. Let's go after this Leopard before these guys arrive. Didn't win any of this map. Come on, Wolverine, help me, my man. You're the only person left on the team, my guy. Need some help here. Okay. Should go dark in a minute. I was gonna say, can we like somehow push this Wolverine maybe? I don't know. Kind of stuck here, man. Yeah, this guy's gonna DPM me to death. I don't think there's any good play here at this point. Kind of in trouble. I was trying to see if I can get around this guy somehow, man. I wanted to get around him because the Wolverine's turrets turn so fast. I should have waited just an extra second. I was going to try and like do one of those, but tough game, man. Yeah, but this is a brawling map, guys, and it's just like there's even if I put my gun on one side of this map, I don't think we would have won this game. Because like you just can't, you don't have armor, you know, so it's like it's really challenging to do anything until like one side of the map loses, in my opinion, on Tundra, because it's corridored, right? When you have other maps where you can kind of get like side shots, it works a little bit better. But Tundra has like an east and a west, and there's just no like you can't shoot people in the west from the east really. Like you can kind of get on the hill, but the far corridor, forget it, man. There's a mountain range like blocks you off, so you can't really do anything. But we are still top by experience. We got 3 kills out of that. I think that was bad. I think we adjusted okay. It's just I feel useless on Tundra in the first half of the game a lot of times. And I don't know. Like I'm not the best Tundra player, I guess. I like the other spawn more because from the other spawn, I feel like there's one spot in the back by that mound where you can support both sides of the map very easily. And I don't feel like that is not the equivalent on the other side. Like there's no spot in the back that has that equivalent spot where you can shoot both sides. But yeah, those are my 2 spots that I like to go to. You saw the one that I like to go to defend the hill, and then also the spot that I take to defend the other portion of the map, west side, I believe it is. So we did what we could. Again, I'm not a Unicum, guys. I'm a good light tank player, but I don't consider myself a Unicum player, so I think we did all right. All right, let's go ahead and go to the K line, I think. This is a tier 8 game, so we got to be really careful with our HP, man. Maybe that's not even a good idea. It's easier for the east to be aggressive in the south because you have that back ridge line. From this spawn, I don't know, man. Let's see if this 1357 is gonna... Where's he going? Okay. Yeah, there's very, very minimal support out here. We have a tiger. That's it. I'm just gonna poke this real quick. I shouldn't be outspotted here or anything. Okay, I don't see anybody. Actually, don't see anyone here. This is, which is kind of good, but also kind of bad. Because then it might mean I'll go here and then someone will YOLO me or something. But I'm not seeing anyone. KV-2 spotted in the mid. Interesting, interesting. Where is the Borisk then? The Borisk got lit in the north? That's good. Here we go. Here we go. This is what I'm looking for. MT-25 had an easy shot on me there. He didn't take it. Because I turned too little. Like I should have turned more, but I didn't. That was also a risky shot that I wouldn't take it at high tiers. Dude, where is my support over here? Thank you, my man. I hate when nobody goes to the south, dude. Like, look at the team, man. Like, we sent like, all the mediums and heavies went to the freaking north of the map, dude. Like, we have a plethora of tanks up there. I know the KV-2s don't have good view range, so it should be okay here. Dude, so many people go up to the north, man, and then they'll sit, watch, they'll win the north, and then they're gonna sit like right in like B0. They're gonna get wrecked. So that's what happens usually. Like I'd say like 7 or 8 times out of 10. AMBT getting a little upset in the chat, man, if you guys can see that. Hellcat's here. Man, I wish someone would warn me about a non-PG-13 chat, bro. What the heck, man? Seen some gay comments there as well. Just trusting my concealment to spot these guys. That's what we're gonna have to do. We just have to hold our fire here, man. I think we have the VK permalit. I know he doesn't have a lot of V range. Do we have Artie? We do have Artie. Come on, Artie, give me a shell here. Where you at? SU-8, okay. What do you want me to do, my man? I don't know what you want me to do. Like, he's spotted. I take shots, I'm lit, so. Like, you're the tank destroyer, my man. Shoot your gun. I need your help. Like, doing what, bro? Shoot him. Arta. Help. Spotted. Interesting. Maybe the comet? Do you guys see why I dislike Artie players, man? I hate Artie, but sometimes I really dislike Artie players. It's like, dude, there is a clear enemy that we need help with here, and I have not seen one shell in this direction against the VK. Like, what is this guy shooting at in the back then? Or did I just miss it, guys? Am I just being an asshole, and did I miss the support? Good, there we go. I think he just shot at him there. I mean, goodness me, man. Just give me some support. SOS, my man. Yeah, screw you too. Okay. Alright, he's dead. What's next? I didn't want to take 2 shots from that guy. Some people are pretty good about getting surrounded, man. Like, sometimes they'll go reverse, and then you have to go reverse. But I like to slide in and then just continue running around them, but sometimes they'll back up. That's the best thing to do, is to back up and start going the other way. It's a lot easier to surround vehicles that don't have turrets. Good. There's the Arta. Get one into him. I don't think I can pen this guy like anywhere. Maybe here. Nice. Okay. Not bad. We'll play one more, guys. 979 damage, 1164 assists. We did lose a lot of HP to the VK, but it didn't matter in the end. I didn't think it really would. I mean, at that point, we pretty much had the game. Alright, one more. This guy seems like a pretty good player, Zigzag. Okay. What are we at? 889 damage and 1,173 assist. That's not bad, man. I think we're playing this thing pretty well. I would like to do a little bit more damage, though. I think the spotting's been wonderful. And Paris. We got Paris, Tundra. None of these maps have even been that great for spotting, but we're getting some spotting. Or assist. Sand River's okay. I think Sand River's actually one of the better ones, despite what people think. This tree. And I think that Hellcat was just going to stop, like he just stopped all of a sudden. Okay, Achilles. I'm also pretty bad at Paris, because I never go to the mid. A lot of people like to go to the mid, man, and I just don't. Every time I go out there, man, I get outplayed and slaughtered. So I prefer to just go here. We'll just sit here, wait for something to happen, because that's what you do on Paris. We'll probably lose the south, and then we'll have to retreat back to the south to like the E1 corner, where we will get as many shots as we can, and then retreat back to A1 and get slaughtered in A1. That's my plan right there. That's what I predict right there. That's my prediction. Let's see if we're right. Do we start taking some blind shots here, maybe? I don't know. I'm going to take a shot right here and just see if I can spot it. Let's see. Yeah. Oh, pretty much everyone's been lit on the map except one Hellcat and the Jagdpanzer IV. And of course the RDs. We're just gonna go and I think just try and start helping the south at this point. Like I hate Paris, man. It's like one of my least favorite maps, to be honest with you. Sometimes I have good games on Paris, but I mean, at this point we might even be able to flank. It's like pretty much everyone's been spotted, man. They're already aware of that flank. That's the problem. I was wondering if I can just like come right here, like help with the TOG or something. Come on, gun. Stop losing HP. I get ready to run. Been getting some spotting from that. I pushed the north. That's good. A43 has another good corner. I was thinking about trying to change my angle, but I think we're okay here. Like, we've given away our position, but we're kind of preventing them from coming up for right now. Question is now, do we go after the KV-2? Because we kind of lost this side of the map. I don't know what I want to do here now. A-43 is running away. The KV-2 can one-shot me, man. That's my fear. I don't want to get one-shotted, even though he's a one-shot to me. I really think this is a bad play. I really think I'm about to get like deleted off the map, but okay. Don't hit me, don't hit me, don't hit me, don't hit me. Yeah, man. See, man, it's like I can wait there all day long, man, and all of a sudden, as soon as I make the play, it's like the Call of Duty timing. You guys seen that meme where you're like holding a corner, and then as soon as you move... Luckily, the KV-2, when he came around that corner, he didn't have the... I don't think he had the gun depression, so... But yeah, I was trying to see if these guys were maybe coming back, catch them going back or whatever, but... I just don't really know what else I can do here by myself. Like, everyone's so passive. Everyone's just kind of hanging out. I need somebody to kind of get in there. And then I can support A-43 starting to go. Okay. As long as I know where the KV-2 is. So he brings up the KV-2, and now I think we can kind of try and press into the Tiger, maybe. I'm going to do this. I'm going to push in like this. Just go right quick here. Tiger should come towards me. But we have these guys proxied now. Tiger's coming up. Good. Get the cleanup kill at least. We could have done a lot more there, I think. 325, 448. Maybe we stayed in the north. Maybe we tried to play the mid. I don't know, man. I'm not a Paris expert, and this is like a lot of times. What I find is I lack on Paris, or I lack on Paris a bit. I mean, I've had good games on it before, but it's a strictly like a brawling map. In the north, you kind of have like you can do some spotting maybe, but our SU8 played a good game. All right, let's do one more, I think. I wasn't really that happy with that game. We'll go for like an hour session or so. But yeah, Paris, man, it's just like... I feel like I feel like the only time I do good on Paris is if one side of the map like loses completely. Or one side of the map, like we win substantially, right? Because either I'm defending and doing a lot of damage, or I'm pushing in and doing a lot of damage with Paris. Because it's just, there's so many buildings on Paris. There's so many like avenues, you know, and like there's just no like way to really like get angles on hills or something like you can do on like Westfield or Muravanka or those other open maps. It's just so brawlish that I don't know. Like this would be another decent example. Maybe Mannerheim Line. Like there's just no open map to really do much with. If you're going to do damage, you got to be close. It's all like close quarter combat. That's what I don't like about Paris and even maps like Tundra. And it's why I usually block Ensk and Himmelsdorf. Just because it's not that I can't make it work. It's just I'd rather not. If I have the option to block the maps, then I will do it. Go around this T-1. Whirls going to come with me, I think. It's not my spot. 12T's in the standard bush, looks like. No, he's actually down low. Ugh, the gun depression. RNG. There are a lot of people in the south, man. Like a lot of people. Just trying to see what else I can do with this. I think we go north here, honestly. I think we just go north. This is kind of a weird deployment. It's like all our mediums are just sitting here. They didn't really go any further. Maybe we just come back to G1 and hold this. And we'll see how south goes. How many people are unspotted? They have a Mitsu, a P-43, a Stag, Wolverine. There's the Stag. Definitely going to lose the south. I also really like this marker on the second reticle. I find that it's actually more accurate than using just a small little dot crosshair. Alright, we have to make a decision at this point. We either push the north, which I think these guys are already going to do okay with, or we try and hold the south. And like this, holding the south option, in my opinion, is not that great, because I feel like it's pretty easy for enemies to push the south, especially from this side. We're going to try and find some easy targets. Maybe this KV-1. We gotta eliminate HP from some of these tanks. I really don't need the AP. I feel like a noob shooting the frickin' APCRs at the side of an M4. Okay. That was the easiest damage I think I'll ever get playing like any game ever. Need to start running, man. Gotta get out of here. Okay. I mean, what else can I do, guys? Like, holy crap, the whole there's like a whole army coming after me, man. And the rest of the team is just kind of like whatever they're doing in the north, I'm not even sure. I've been tunnel visioned, if I'm being honest. Been completely tunnel visioned. I'm gonna come back to here. I think this is really far. I kind of want to think like, I think being at this rock up here would be better because they could cap. But I'm gonna come back to here and see if this will work. Because I feel like some of these guys might push, especially the P-43. He's like purple. He's probably like a really good player, man. Or just a reroll playing lower tiers. You never know, man. Like if I played only the Covenanter, I have like a 6k win 8. So that's why I'm never like confident that the win 8 is going to determine how good the player is. couldn't even win the north either. This is just a slaughter. I would try and maybe help this T-67, but like, yeah, we'd just be out. I'm gonna get dark. I'm gonna go. We might actually be able to get this side of the map. One, I'm not sure. It's possible. Let me get to this rock right here. Okay, KV1, we actually might have shots from here. No. Let's come back to here. Good, he goes down. There's the G-Row. Okay, they need to... If they can kill this guy, the M4 needs to try and kill this guy, man. Gosh, can I get one player that can help me out here? I don't think this is winnable, man. The question is, like, do I even try to win this? I was thinking about getting side shots on the G-Row from here, but I have no idea where the rest of this team was because I haven't been paying attention to when people were last spotted. The Juno is going to pop up, and I'm not going to, like, I'm going to miss my shot or something whack. I have to just come back and try and defend this, I think, at this point. We've lost too much of the map, and I just feel like it's too... This is too unpredictable. I don't know where any of these players are. I can try and start thinking of where they might be, but... G-Row. I'm gonna run out of APCRs too. Just gonna sit here. We're gonna wait to get slaughtered. I'm gonna try and shoot the APs first because we're running out of APCRs, man. All I've done is shoot APCRs. What are we at? 2,300 damage? No spotting. I think there's just too much. I think there's too much HP on this map. I really do. And the issue is, like, we could try and go east, I think, in this situation. Like, I always want to use my mobility, right, guys, in these situations, but I just think this is too unpredictable. Like, these guys could come south, and my concern is running into one of these guys face-to-face. Like, if this was like a 3v1, I might be a little bit more comfortable with it, but... Shit. Yeah, he spotted me from over here. I kind of screwed myself here. Yeah, I don't think there's anything I can do like now. Damn, man. If we didn't get spotted there, we actually might have had a chance. I thought I was safe to take that shot, but there wasn't enough foliage in between, and the M4 only was basically a 2-shot. There's not enough foliage back here, man, which really pissed me off. Like, I thought the trees would be enough, but I think the Gnu or whatever it was spotted me. Fuck, man. That sucks. But I think that was pretty good, man. We did 2,620 damage, and like half of it just came from like shooting at tanks that were playing like bots. So 2 kills. I mean, what else can you do, man? We needed players to help me out, to help us out here. And actually, the M4A1 did a really good job. It's just some of these people down here, man. Like half of this team, like me and this M4 are trying to carry for like more than half the team down here that just played like trash. So, oh well, man. This guy was a pretty good player though. But that one had me. I mean, had me going a little bit, you know, guys. I thought we actually could have had a chance there once I started seeing that they were all low on HP. But we got spotted. We got spotted. So I should have just like angled myself better when taking shots at the Wolverine. And also another option is to not shoot at the Wolverine, but then you're going to run into a situation where he gets too close and you have no space to whittle down his HP anymore, right? So I'm always going to take the shots as soon as they come. This guy was also a really good player, but I like to see, like, this is what I like to look at, guys, and why I always don't. I tell you guys, like, yeah, everyone cares about their stats, but I'm not a WN8 stat patter, despite what people may think about me, because what people will do, this guy seems like a pretty new player, but what people will do, it looks like he's only going up the Italy tech tree. They'll play, like, for instance, this guy might have like 2,000 battles in the P43, and then everything else is the same, and he's getting the like a 4K win 8 out of this tank only, right? So that's why I don't like. I wish there was a better statistic that you can use. Win 8 is still the best one because the other one isn't WTR. It's like World of Tanks rating or something like that. Or not World of Tanks rating. That is, I think that is WTR. But there's like another one that you can use, personal rating. I think it's personal rating, which is a little bit different. And you can use that in XVM. I still prefer Win 8 because I feel like it's the best way to determine if someone is a good player. But people will just anonymize themselves too if they want. But that's why I'm not obsessed with Win 8. You know, like if you look at my tanks, look at my tanks. Why did I click on tech tree? I want the service record. If you look at my tanks in here, like the one I play the most is actually the even, which I don't actually have a very good win 8 in, you know? But like I could play the Covenanter. Dude, my win 8 in this thing is like 7,000. If I played the Covenanter, then I would have like, I mean, if I played the Covenanter like I played the even 90, or if I like, only played the Covenanter, imagine my win 8. So this is why I really hate it when people say like, oh, Whirls, you're just stat padding, or like you care about your stats too much. Like, I'm not going to say I don't care about them, but I don't intentionally pad my win 8. Like, whatever you want to call it, man. I play for the marks, you know? See? Like, I play for the marks, guys. So if you are genuinely one of those people that thinks that I'm playing just a stat pad, this is not what I do. I play for marks, you know, and if you want to call playing for marks stat padding, then fine, man, so be it. But this is what I like to do. That's every time I mark a tank, 3-mark a tank, that's when I feel like I've accomplished something great, right, in World of Tanks. So that's the session in the T-52. We made a lot of mistakes in this session, guys. I'm a little... you know, I'm fresh. Like, these are the first 6 games that I've played today. But I don't think we played awful. It's just there were big mistakes, like especially the mistake we made on Ghost Town. Like, that's really sticking with me. But after everything, we still made about 1,900 combined out of this, 2,000 combined or so. What's one? We'll just calculate it real quick. 1,083 and 856 should be like 1,900 combined or so, and some change. 1,083 plus 850. We'll call that 7. 1,940 combined. And for the T-52, I don't think this is that bad. If we continue with that, we would 3-mark the vehicle. We'd actually be almost close to 100%ing it. So even though we made some mistakes, I think we still came out with a really good score. And I hope you guys enjoyed. I hope it's helpful. I hope you learned a thing or two. Right now, I am averaging a 63% win rate over 49 battles with 1,173 damage a game. So we're playing it pretty well, I think, all things considered. I do have the full field modifications, by the way. So this is what we have. And we can actually set up a secondary setup. I do have a secondary setup, so I probably should have ran this for like Tundra and stuff. I didn't even think about changing it because I didn't think I had the full field modifications. But yeah, that's all, guys. Hope it helps you out. Hope you enjoyed. I'll catch you for the next one. Take care. Bye-bye.